Hello, welcome back to Horizons Gaming. My name is Ben, and today we're going to continue on with Ever17. So, last time out, we found Yu's friend Sara trapped in an elevator, and basically spent the rest of the episode trying to see if we can find any sort of way to get out of here. So yeah, just pick it up where we left off here. So, with that, the three of us, Sara, you, and I, split up and started searching the complex. We had agreed to meet again in an hour. We decided to meet in front of the control room. I decided to check Stock from end to end. You and Sara were probably investigating upstairs. The rest area. I noticed immediately that the scenery was different from the morning. The pond in the middle was covered with a lid. Or more a partition of sorts than a lid. In either case, the pond was no longer connected to the ocean. The Lemmy computer that you had talked about might have automatically sealed it off. Fried chicken sandwich shop. There was still a slight sense of cooked chicken in the air. The second I smelled it, my stomach started to growl. I glanced around. There was no one there. I thought I might eat. But I didn't want to do anything criminal. I swallowed once and left the area behind. I don't think it's criminal in a situation like this, but it's okay. Conference room. There was nothing really out of the ordinary here, but I did pick up on one thing. This room wasn't flooded with seawater. The elevated entrance had stopped the water. That darn chicken sandwich sand. The fragrance of food was tickling my nose. The control room. This room, too, was spared flooding by its elevated entrance. The chair that you had knocked over was as she had left it. I put it back where it should be, checked the room, and left. That chicken sandwich stand. God, the smell just wouldn't quit teasing me. The ruins of Amnesiac. You had passed through here just a while before. Just to be sure, I peeked in the shadows of the stone pillars behind buildings, but couldn't find anything resembling a pathway. The chicken sandwich stand. That smell. Couldn't take it anymore. I slightly extended my hand towards the case holding the warm chicken sandwiches. This situation called for extreme measures. I kept telling myself that as I munched and swallowed down the sandwich. With that, I'd finished checking Stock. It didn't look like there were any hidden corridors to be found, or anyone trapped here besides the three of us. I wondered how things were above. Maybe it was just like you had said, maybe there's no more point in looking. It was still before our meeting time, but I went back to our rendezvous point in front of the control room. And when I got there, there was a surprise waiting for me.
Yo.
Hey.
Konnichiwa.
Hello. Uh-huh. Who are you?
Oi, oi, 忘れちまったのか?
What, you forget us already? What in the world? I felt like I had met them before. I was pretty sure of it, but... your name is... I couldn't remember it.
いや、自己紹介はまだだったかな。
No, I don't think I've introduced myself yet.
俺は倉成武史。それとこっちが...
I'm Takashi Kuronari, and this here is... The guy named Takashi indicated the girl.
Akanegasaki Sora desu.
I'm Sora Kanegasaki. She gave a slight nod. Takashi and Sora. I repeated the words. They both nodded. But what are you doing here?
Yahoo!
Huh? What's going on here?
そんなに驚かなくてもいいでしょ?
You don't have to be so surprised, do you?
ついさっき、マヨと一緒にツバイトシトック歩いてたら、この3人に出会って。
Just a bit ago, I was walking on Spiderstock with Mayo, and we bumped into these three. So, you're stuck here too, huh? Yes.
そういうこと。
That's right. Wait a sec, didn't you just say like 3 people?
言ったよ。
Yeah.
ほら、あそこにいるでしょ?
See? Right over there. I followed the direction of Yu's finger. Someone was standing on the opposite end of the wall along the corridor. I could only make out half the person's back, but I saw long hair and black clothes, and it left an impression. Who's that?
小町さんのことですか?
You mean Tsugumi?
ああ、小町つぐみって言ったかな。
Tsugumi Komachi, I think it was. Tsugumi, so that was the name. She wore all black. It didn't sound familiar, but still. I feel like I've met her somewhere
お
before.
知り合いですか?
Do you know her? No, it's not that. It's probably just my imagination. It's just somehow something.
なんかな、とにかく難しい女の子なんだよ。
Something? Anyway, she's pretty tough to get along with.
よくわかんないんだけど、俺らのこと嫌ってるみたいでさ。
I'm not sure why, but it seems like she doesn't like me very much. Doesn't like you? I could feel slight animosity emanating from Scooby's back. She didn't have to say anything. There was a definite atmosphere which made approaching her difficult. Maybe I'll go talk to her. Just the thought crossed my mind, Scooby shot a glance in our direction. She had piercing eyes and an intimidating gaze. With her glare eating into me, I couldn't take even one step forward. There was no way I could talk with her. What's that all about? Why is she so angry? I haven't done anything to make her hate me. Scooby's gaze returned to normal. Cold beads of sweat appeared on my forehead. Oh, that reminds me, where's Sara? After I realized she wasn't around, I glanced around the room. Without my noticing it, Sara had come to stand behind me at some point. Let's see. I think I want to go with worry, because we don't worry last time. I think I want to do the opposite to go with Sara instead of you. So we'll go with that. What's wrong? I couldn't help but notice a dark look in her eyes. There was nothing left of the ninja attitude that she departed with. Did something happen? Sara? Sara? Hey!
Nani?
Huh? What? You alright?
平気だよ、全然。
Sure, fine, great.
どうしてそんなこと聞くの？
Why do you ask? Well, I mean, you look so depressed.
そんなことないってば。
No, it's not that at all.
ただ、
It's just...
出口見つかんなかったから、ちょっとへこんでただけ。
Oh, we didn't find an exit, so I'm feeling kind of down. Is that really all that's bothering you?
それだけ。
Yeah, that's all. Sarah's spirit seemed to lift a little. Seeing her smile made me feel a little bit relieved.
ともかく、ここで立ち話をしていても始まりませんから。
Anyway, just standing around isn't going to get us anywhere.
この制御室で現在のレミューの状況を調べてみましょう。
Let's see what the situation in the Mew is right now via the control room. Sora said this and pointed to the control room right across from us. Encouraged by Sora, we all shuffled into the room.
どう、ソラ？わかりそう？
So, Sora, do you understand this?
そうですね。
Well, let's see. Sora faced the monitor and held up both hands. Instantly, the content of the screen began to change, with the number of windows opening and closing and searches for data underway. I stared dully at her rapidly moving hands. It looked like Sora was fairly used to handling his computer. For one thing, there weren't any flying chairs or heel stomping. It was completely different from the way you handled things a while ago.
わかりました。
I've learned something. Finally, Sora said this in a matter-of-fact way. Everyone looked in her direction.
皆さん、どうか落ち着いて聞いてください。
Everyone, please calm down and listen to me.
慌てたり、気を落としたりしないでくださいね。
Please don't get hysterical or depressed. Saying this, her face seemed pale. All eyes were glued to her in silence.
これから現在のレミューの状況を表示します。
I have reports on the current status of the Mew.
まず1階、エルストボーデンは
First, the first floor, Estbode,
完全に浸水しました。
is completely flooded.
完全に？
Completely?
はい。隔壁もすべて下ろされ、通路を通行することはできません。
Yes, all the partitions have dropped and it isn't possible to get through any of its corridors.
つまり、上に行く道は完全に閉ざされちゃったの。
So what you mean is all the paths leading up are completely shut off?
そういうことです。
That is correct.
そして、
Furthermore,
これがツバイトシュトックの状況です。
yes, status is Vitastock.
上の階、救護室のあるフロアを示しています。
This is the floor above, the floor of the infirmary.
こちらはドリッドシュトック。
This is Tritistock.
点滅しているのが現在地です。
The blinking area is our current location. Nice. Control center.
マジかよ。
You serious?
そんな。
No way.
レミューの半分近くが水没しちゃってるじゃない。
Almost half of Lemieux is submerged. Sora nodded somberly with a pained expression on
こ
her
の
face.
フロアのドライエリアは3つの部分に分かれています。
This false dry area is divided into 3 sections. Dry
完
areas?
全に浸水していないエリア、人の通行が可能な部分のことです。
The areas that have no flooding and that people are able to pass
こ
through.
のマップの中心に表示されているのが現在私たちのいる第8区画です。
The central area displayed on this map is where we currently are in Sector 8. Huh? It looks like the map is divided into 2 areas, so where's the third?
実はシステムの不備のせいで詳細なマップ表示ができていませんが、
Actually, due to a flaw in the system, we're unable to call up a
こ
detailed
の
map.
第8区画の対角線上にある第4区画も健在なのです。
Sector 4 above the corner of Sector 8 looks
し
fine.
かし
However,
そこに行くことはできないの？
there's no way to get there?
はい、不可能です。
Correct, it is impossible. Why?
2つの区画を結んでいる通路が全て水没してしまったからです。
All of the corridors connecting the sectors are flooded.
距離にしておよそ100メートル。
In terms of distance, it's roughly 100 yards.
無呼吸状態で100メートル泳ぎ続けるような能力をお持ちになっている方はこの中にはいらっしゃらないでしょう。
I don't think there's anyone among you that is capable of swimming 100 yards without breathing.
故に不可能なのです。
Therefore, I say it is impossible.
それにもしも仮に第4区画までたどり着けたとしても事態が好転するようなことはないと思われます。
Furthermore, even if someone did reach Sector 4, I don't think it would improve our situation at all.
第4区画もここと同じなのです。
Sector 4 is in the same predicament as here.
雪島へ登るための非常階段は全て完全浸水しています。
All of the emergency stairs leading up to the floating island have completely
つ
flooded.
まり行っても無駄ってことだな。
So, if we could make it there, we'd be wasting our time.
そういうことです。
That's correct. Everyone went quiet. For a while, we just stared at the Lemieux map that was floating in the darkness. And then,
ねえ、思ったんだけどさ。
hey, I just thought of something. You opened your mouth silently.
レミューには排水ポンプみたいなやつってついてないの？
Isn't there something like a wastewater pump in Lemieux?
もちろんあります。
Of course there is.
じゃあそれを使って水没したエリアの水を汲み出せば。
Well, why don't we use that to pump the floodwater out of those areas?
それが動かないようなのです。
It appears to be out of order.
どうして？電気はこうやって生きてるのに。
Why? We've got electricity.
原因はわかりません。
I am not yet certain of the cause.
エレベーターを含め一部の電子的システムが制御不能に陥っているのです。
Some electrical systems, including the elevators, are malfunctioning.
各区画の配線断線が影響しているのかもしれませんが、
Disconnected wiring in each sector might be affecting the situation, but
ちなみにレミオ内の生体反応をチェックしてみたところ、ここにいる人たち以外に取り残された人はいないことが分かりました。
by the way, a life-reading search or bioscan for life inside of the Lemieux indicates that the people present are the only people remaining here. The people here. You, Sara, Sora, Skumi, Takshi, and I. A total of 6 people.
それから現在の内部圧は1気圧です。
Furthermore, the current internal air pressure is 1 atmosphere.
酸素濃度 22%、窒素濃度 75%、ヘリウム濃度 3%、気温24度。
Oxygen concentration 22%, nitrogen concentration 75%, helium concentration 3%, 75.2 degrees.
当分の間、私たちが中で過ごしていく分には問題ないってこと？
You mean the environment is suitable for us to stay here for a while?
申し訳ありません。その通りです。
Yes, that is the current situation.
皆さんには今しばらくの間、館内でお待ちいただくことになります。
Everyone will be forced to wait inside the complex for a while.
今しばらくいつまでだ？
For a while. How long is that?
救助が来るまでです。
Until help comes.
救援要請はずっと送り続けています。しかし
I am continuously sending out a request for assistance. However,
現在それが届く保証はありません。
currently there's no guarantee that they'll reach anyone.
インゼルヌルへの通信線は非常回線も含め物理的遮断によって使用不能です。
All communication lines in Sunul, including the emergency ones, have been physically severed and are unusable.
また海底ケーブルでのネットワーク接続、音波式水中通話ともに試していますが
I have also been attempting to make contact via a seafloor cable network using sonar.
通信系の回復のめどはまだ立っていません。
Right now, I cannot estimate when the network will be back online.
つまり俺たちは水中で迷子。 SOS は誰にも聞こえないというわけだ。
So, we're like little kids lost smack in the middle of the ocean. Nobody can hear our SOS.
はい。
Exactly. The gravity of the situation was descending on us. There was no reason to be upbeat. Takashi and Yu let loose with sighs almost simultaneously. Sara and I slumped our shoulders. That reminds me, what happened to Sagumi? She hasn't said anything at all. I looked back. Sagumi was standing in a corner of the room glaring at us. Like before, there was an atmosphere around her that seemed impenetrable. Really, why is she so peeved? A little while later.
だけどまあ落ち込んでてもしょうがないか。
But, well, getting depressed isn't going to do anything to solve the problem, is it?
ここはポジティブに前向きに考えようよ。ねえ、
Yes.
ショク。
Too early. Let's be positive. Positive's the word. Alright, everybody. Yu broke the silence with her energetic pep talk, but no one responded.
もうそんな沈み込んだ顔しないでよ。
No, quit looking so depressed.
私たちはさ、何も太平洋のど真ん中を漂流してるわけでも冬の雪山で遭難したわけでもないんだから。
Even if we are floating in the middle of the Pacific, it's not as if we're lost in a blizzard. So what?
要するに私たちはいずれ多分数時間と待たないうちに助けられるでしょってこと。
So, I mean, if we wait a few hours, help will probably come.
なんでわかるんですか？
How do you know that?
だってよーく考えてみ。
Well, think about it.
私たちは何の因果か知らないけれどこんな狭っ苦しい建物の中に閉じ込められてしまった。
We don't know why, but we've been trapped inside this cramped
お
complex.
まけに外部へ連絡する手段もないときてる。
On top of that, we don't have any way to contact the outside.
でもね、
But listen,
連絡だったら私たちがするまでもなく他の誰かがしてくれてるはずじゃない。
even if we can't contact anyone, somebody else probably will. Like who? Oh, that's right. You mean like your colleagues or Sarah's classmates or teacher? You give a big nod as if to say, that's right.
倉成だって一人で来たわけじゃないんでしょ？
And Takashi, you weren't alone when you got here either, right?
そっか、確かにそれもそうだよな。
Well, that's true.
俺らがここにいるってことは浮島にいる連中もとっくに気づいてるはずなんだ。
People on the floating island should have noticed a long time ago they're still down here.
そう。
Yep.
だから救助隊だか捜索隊だか知らないけどとにかく誰かがすぐに助けに来てくれると思うの。
So, I don't know if I'm the rescue team or search team or what, but anyway, somebody should come help us soon.
どう？納得？
So, satisfied? Sara, Sora, Takashi, and I all nodded. Hope returned to everybody's face. Only Sagumi. Only she kept her cold gaze trained on us. We all moved to the conference room together. There was something unnerving about waiting for help in the dimly lit control room, and there weren't that many chairs to start with. I wondered if there were a place in one of the dry areas that everyone could relax. The closest one was the conference room we were at. Hey, Sora, how come you know so much about Lemieux? I asked Sora, who was sitting next to me.
私は レミュー開発部のシステムエンジニアをしているのです。
Probably because I'm a system engineer at Lemieux's Research and Development Division.
一応主任代理ということになっています。
Actually, I am the assistant chief.
主任代理ね。結構偉いんだ、実は。
Assistant chief, so you're pretty high up then.
代理ですし、名目上のことですから大したことはありません。
Only a name. I'm really just an assistant. It's no big deal.
でもさ、空って地上のゲートにいなかったっけ？
But, hey, Sora, weren't you at the gate up above
入場
ground?
の時、なんか説明してたろ？俺は半分しか聞いてなかったけど。
You were giving some kind of explanation at the entrance, right? I learned half of it, but...
はい、そうです。お気づきになりましたか？
That's right, so you noticed.
ここも人手不足なもので、時々私もあのようなことをしています。
We have a short of staff here, so from time to time I do that kind of work. Sora smiled. I wondered what the gate above ground was. I didn't understand what Takashi and Sora were talking about, but for now, I knew the reason why Sora knew so much about Lemieux.
ってことは、この中にレミューの職員は2人いるってことになるな。
So that means there are two employees from Lemieux here then.
二人？
Two?
ユウのことだよ。
I mean, you?
私は職員っていうかただのバイトだけど。
Well, I'm not really an employee, it's just a part-time thing. Still sounds like an employee to me.
倉成は遊びに来たんだよね。
Takashi, you just came for fun?
遊び以外の目的でテーマパークに来るやつなんかいないだろ？
What other reason would someone have for coming to a theme park? That is a good question, bro.
なあ、サラ。
And Sarah?
私は一応特使だけど。
I'm here as a volunteer.
は？特使？
Huh? Volunteer?
救命艦の2年生を対象にして行われるイベントのこと。
It's an event for juniors at Kimicon.
まあほとんどが遊びみたいなもんだけど。
But it's basically just for fun.
ふーん。
Huh? Without thinking, I let out a cry. For some reason, something bothered me. Everybody here, you're not all friends, right?
まさかさっき会ったばっかりだよ。
No way, we just met. So, then why are you talking to Takashi like you're all friends? Takashi's talking to you guys the same way.
ああ、そっか。お前は知らないんだよな。
That's right, you don't know. What?
先ほどツバイトシュトックでお会いした時に軽い自己紹介のようなものをしたのです。
When we all met up on Svetostock, we introduced ourselves. Oh, so that's it.
そうなんだよ。
Yep, that's it. Still, it seems strange how they're all so friendly for having just met. That was what I thought. Clearly, they're just more extroverted than you are.
っていうかさ、お前の名前は？
What about you? What's your name anyway?
まだ聞いてなかったよな、確か。
I like to use face over here. I'm pretty sure we haven't heard it yet. You's having a freak out. I love it.
暗殺者なんだよ彼。
An assassin, that's what he is.
あ、
暗殺者？
Assassin?
うん。闇の組織に追われてるんだってさ。
He's being hunted by the underworld. I'm not being hunted?
だから真に受けんなっつうのにわからんやっちゃな。
I told you to quit taking things so seriously. You just don't get it. Nobody else does either.
わかりました。私が代わりにご説明いたしましょう。
Alright, I'll explain for him.
実は彼、
Actually,
記憶喪失なのです。
he's got amnesia.
記憶？
喪失？
Amnesia? That was dumb. I like it. You gave them a brief explanation of my situation. Show them how I'd forgot my name, address, family, and friends. Said I only remember the date and everything after meeting you. After listening to the explanation, Sora said,
おそらく追走障害の一つ、全般健忘でしょう。
It sounds like it's probably complete amnesia, type of retrograde block.
全般健忘、全生活史健忘とも言いますが、
Complete amnesia. It's also called retrograde life amnesia.
これは 社会的事実についての知識はよく保たれていながら、
While general education knowledge remained
名前、
intact.
生い立ち、家族や友人のことなど、自分の全生活史にわたる全てを想起できない状態のことを指します。
One's name, background, family, and friends, all aspects of one's life's history are wiped completely from one's memory.
通常は数日から 1,2 ヶ月経てば自然に記憶は回復してくるはずです。
Normally, one's memory returns within a few days or months.
あるいは催眠療法や電撃療法という手段も考えられなくはないですが、
Hypnotism and electric shock therapy are also said to be effective means. Electric shock?
安心してください。
Relax.
繰り返しますが、記憶喪失は通常何もしなくても自然に治るものなのです。
To put it another way, this type of amnesia usually solves itself naturally.
従いまして、今はひとまず
So for
あ
now,
まり気にしないこと、深く考えないこと、これが最善の治療方法になります。
you really shouldn't worry or think too much about it. That's really the best medicine for you.
ほらね、私の言った通りでしょ。
See, it's just like I said, right?
心配しなくても大丈夫なんだってば。
Don't worry, things will be fine.
ということらしいぞ。
So there you have it. You say it like it's somebody else's problem.
いや、別にそういう意味で言ったのではなく、
That's not quite what I
記
meant.
憶ってやつはさ、不思議なもんで、別のことを考えてるときに、ほわっと蘇ってきたりするもんだろ。
I mean, memory's a weird thing. Sometimes you think about something entirely different, boom, you just remember.
例えば、芸能人とかで、顔はわかるのに、名前がどうしても思い出せないときとかな。
Like with celebrities, you know their face, but you just can't remember their name. Yeah, I wonder if that's just the way it works.
ところで、君はどっから記憶を失ってるの？
So, how far back do you remember anyway? How far back?
そういや、俺や空の顔は知ってたよな。
Yeah, you knew stores of my faces, right?
それに、私の名前も覚えてた。
And you remembered my name? How far back? I searched my memory in time through for the edge. I searched back in time through for the memory of the edge of my memory. Good lord, I can't say a sentence. Was there a point where I could still remember and a point where I had forgotten? Different images floated through my mind as if to provide an answer. That was it. I'd lost my memory and I fell into the pond at the rest area. That had to be it. I couldn't remember anything before that. And I remembered everything after that. So that tumble into the pond was the line between my memory and non-memory. My consciousness was cut off at that moment. I think it probably happened when I fell in the pond. I announced this to everyone.
池というのは憩いの間の池のことですか？
By pond, do you mean the pond at the rest area? I think so.
前のことは全然思い出せないの？
You don't remember anything before that?
ぼんやりとしたイメージみたいなのとか、浮かんでこないのか？
No fake images or anything come to mind?
住んでたところの景色とか。
Like the scenery around your house, or
好きな女の子のこととか。
the girl you like?
ドラマとかだとさ、記憶はないのに指先や覚えてるなんてこともあるよね。
On TV, you sometimes see dramas about people that don't remember anything, but who instinctively know things.
なるほど。筆を持たせた途端、いきなり素人離れした芸術的な絵を描き始めたみたいなやつな。
I get it. Like the guy that paints like a pro the instant he takes up a brush.
そうそうそう。
Apparently, so means yeah, like that.
だからいろいろと見たり触れたりしてみるっていうのも手かもしれないよ。
So maybe you should try to see and touch a lot of things.
そうだな。じゃあまず何をやらしてみようか。
Yeah, what should we have him do first? Conversation about me went on around me. My temples were throbbing. My face was distorted with pain.
ちょっと待った。
Oh, wait a second.
ん？
今空が言ったばかりでしょ。
Yeah, so I just said it,
あ
right?
まり気にしないこと、深く考えないこと。
You really shouldn't worry or think too much about it.
この少年、思い詰めるととんでもない精神状態に陥っちゃうんだから。
If you put too much pressure on him, mental stress will turn him into a wreck.
とんでもないって
A wreck?
錯乱状態っていうのかな。
Like mental overload, maybe?
とか、はーとかうめき出して突然倒れちゃうの。
Sometimes he starts groaning like he's in pain, then he suddenly collapses.
そうなんだ。
Is that right?
だから記憶のことに関してはもう少しデリケートに扱ってあげないと。
So, when it comes to things having to do with this memory, take it easier. You gently placed your hands on my head. When she did, it was strange, but it seemed to suck away the pain.
オッケー、わかった。
Okay, got it.
それじゃあ話題を変えよ
Now, let's talk about something else.
先ほどから気になっていたのですが、
Something has been bothering me for a while.
う。ん？
彼のことこれから何とお呼びすればよいのでしょうか。
What do you suppose we should call him?
そっか、呼び方くらいは決めとかないと何かと不便だもんね。
Oh, yeah, we should probably decide to call him something or else it'll be kind of a pain.
う。ゴンベイにするか。
How about John?
適当だけど、七種のゴンベイ。
Don't you think that'd be a little rude to all the people named John?
適当だからゴンベイだというのは全国のゴンベイさんに申し訳ないのではないですか。
Oh, it's kind of random. How about John Doe? Don't you think that's kind of rude to the other Johns?
仮名なんだから適当でいいじゃないか。
Well, it's only for a little while, so it doesn't have to be perfect.
スナイパーにしようよ。
Let's call him Sniper.
なんでそれにこだわるかな。
Why are you so hung up on that?
そういうタイプじゃないでしょ彼。
He's not that kind of guy at all.
じゃあオリフェノール三郎は？
Well, how about John Mitochondria?
意味わかんないよ。
I don't get it.
そうですね。では私も一つ考えましょう。
Let's see. Let me think of another one.
キワクさんというのはいかがですか。
How about Melos?
なんだ？キワクさんって。
What's Melos supposed to mean?
記憶忘れちゃったくんの略？
Short for Mr. Memory Loss.
縁起でもないな。
Nah, it's bad luck to name of that.
すみません。直接的すぎました。
Sorry, I didn't mean to be so direct.
ナッキュ先輩はなんかないの？アイデア。
Naki-senpai, don't you have any ideas?
そうだな。
Well,
青少年でいいんじゃない？
how about Mr. A?
犯罪者みたいじゃないか、それじゃあ。
That makes him sound like a convict or something.
だったら B 少年。
And how about Mr. B?
同じだろ。
What's the difference?
アストチーネクメガワは？
How about Asiani Kumigawa?
メモリーズオンというのはどうでしょう。
How about Memory On?
匿名希望でいいよ、も
Oh my god, they're so stupid. Enough of this. Something simple is just
中
fine.
少年って手もあるけど。
We could call him Kid Q.
う。なあ、お前はどれがいいんだ？
Hey, you, which one do you like? All of them? Stink.
贅沢言わないの。この大不況の真っ只中に。
Don't be so picky. These are tough times for everybody. Well... Okay. I mean, it makes literally no difference what I click because, I'm just gonna call him the kid anyway. So, let's go with Makoto Ishihara? Makoto is good.
まこと？却下ね。
No way!
絶対無理。
Forget it.
ありえないな。
You gotta be kidding.
賛成しかねます。
I can't concur.
だって似合わないもの。
Man, it doesn't suit you. I'm not gonna try to read it in everybody's voice.
ああ、もうめんどいから、少年でいいよ、少年で。
Ah, this is a pain. We'll just call him Kid. Just then.
いい加減にしてよ。
Enough. Skimmy pounded the table and stood up.
どういうつもりなの？
Just what are you trying to do?
何考えてんのよ、あなたたち。
What are you all thinking?
何って、名前を考えてたんだけど。
What? We're thinking of a name?
ふざけないでよ。
Stop goofing off. The room went quiet. We all looked at each other.
うん。そうだね。
Yeah, she's right. The first one to open her mouth is you.
私たち彼の気持ちも考えないでちょっと悪乗りしすぎちゃったかも。
Well, we're not thinking about his feelings at all. We just got carried away.
そういう意味で言ってるんじゃないの？
That's not what I mean.
では、小町さんはどのように呼べばいいと思われますか？
Well, Scooby, what would you suggest we call him? I don't think she cares in the slightest.
ほらね、名前考えるのって結構難しいんだよ。
See, it's tough to think of a name.
もういいわ。勝手にやってれば。
Fine, do what you want. Scooby said this in disgust and left the room.
どうしたんだあいつ。
What's up with her?
なんであんなに怒ってるの？
Why is she so angry?
たけし、なんか嫌われるようなことしたんでしょう。
Takashi, did you do something to make her mad at you?
してねえよ。
I did not.
俺にはさっぱり理解不能だけど、会った時からあんな感じでさ。
I don't get it. She's been like this since we met.
少し小松さんのことは慎重に扱った方が良さそうですね。
It appears we should be a little bit careful about how we treat Scooby.
しばらく様子を見て、こちらに悪意や敵意がないことを示しながら、ゆっくりゆっくり打ち解けていかないと。
Let's just be patient. Once she sees we don't have any ill will or hostile feelings, things will probably resolve themselves. I felt as if something was controlling me. Nice. Alright. Well, that feels like as good of a place as any to go and call for today. So, as always, thank you all very much for watching. I hope to see you next time.